Good morning. Thank you for tuning into the channel. Eric Bernaccio here, bringing you the tip of the day. And we're doing our daily reading from the Daily Devotions book from Alcoholics Anonymous. And today is May 13th, 2020. And the topic is the easier, softer way. If we skip this vital step, we may not overcome drinking. I certainly didn't leap at the opportunity to face who I was, especially when the pains of my drinking days hung over me like a dark cloud. But I soon heard at meetings about the fellow member who just didn't want to take step 5 and kept coming back to the meetings trembling from the horrors of reliving his past. The easier, softer way is to take these steps to freedom from our fatal disease and to put our faith in the fellowship and of a higher power, whom I choose to call Jesus Christ. This right here is really just about breaking the cycle and not continuously doing the things that draw us back. And when you go to a fellowship, or you go to church, or wherever you seek your guidance, and it's really important that you listen to the people that have done it before you, and that you don't discredit somebody, and that you see how they obtained what they have obtained, and it's by what they have done. So it's really important to follow the lead of other people. Like, you can't go in with a closed mind. You can't be Mr. Know-It-all. Those are the things that are going to keep you sick, because you don't know the answers or the solutions. That's why you're in this predicament, because you keep falling short somewhere. Usually it's from some sort of situation or trauma or some sort of emotions or feelings that you can't deal with, and then you pick up a drink or a drug or whatever your addiction may be to try to solve your problems. And that's not even the problem. The alcohol and the drugs and the sex and the gambling, that's all the solutions to our problems, because we don't know how to deal with the actual deep roots of these problems. And I can tell you what, the dark cloud will follow you around. You'll continuously cycle through. And for me, I can tell you that I just wasn't willing to listen, and I thought I knew better my whole life. And because of this, I just kept reliving that pain, and it became worse and worse. And there's no such thing as rock bottom until you're in a coffin, because every time you pick up, you will dig a deeper hole, and you will find yourself in a worse situation with more problems, and you'll have the same problems you never dealt with previously. So the problems just keep coming if you want to keep reliving your past. And it tells you right here that there's a softer, easier way. Recognize the things that you've acquired as character defects or flaws, or the sins that control you, and you need to confess them to another human being and tell them what you've done is wrong, and what your vices are, and what your addictions are, and your deepest, darkest secrets, because those things are going to set you free. When you put light in the darkness, light always overcomes the darkness. And it's really important that we not only tell another human being, but we also make a commitment to ourselves and a commitment to God upon reciting this to God as well, and ask God for strength to be able to move forward and not keep reliving the past. Like, there is nothing anywhere within any fellowship that'll tell you that you have to go back out again and test the waters to gain wisdom, because there's no reason to put yourself in that situation again when all the tools are just laid out in front of you. A lot of people don't want to take all the necessary steps. They go to a fellowship or a meeting or ministry group for the wrong reasons, and they're really just there to pretty much gloat and be prideful and have ulterior motives. And you got to get honest with yourself. Like, what are you trying to do with your life? Do you want to have a better life because you're able to rid yourselves of the things that will control you, bringing you back to reliving your past? Or are you just going through the motions? And it's about honesty, honestly. And you need to try to find willingness within you to seek the easier way. It seems like it's harder because it's not what we're used to. It's against the contrary. It goes against our beliefs and the things that have been instilled of us because of all the stuff that we've been through in our lives. But once we start actually taking the path of becoming righteous and seeking God and following a fellowship as it's laid out, then we start to see the changes within us, and we start seeing the results, and other people start seeing it around you as well. And it's really important that we are able to overcome the things that make us relive our past. And there's always a solution. So try to remember that your solutions weren't working. So take the advice of somebody whose solutions are working, and you can be rid from having to relive your past. Everybody have a great day. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, and thank you for tuning into the channel. Be blessed.